Hello and welcome back to Tammy's Antique Vintage Dolls and More. And today I'm talking about a doll here that I haven't shown very often. She sits among my dolls inside my room there. You might have seen her in my videos in a sea of dolls as I move my camera through. But anyways, I don't know what her real name is, but the back of her neck says 1962, and it also says Plated Novice. And I tried to look it up. I haven't found much about it, but that's okay. She's probably, like we were talking yesterday about Thumbelina and the dolls that are reproductions of them. Now I know I did not mention this with the Thumbelina yesterday, that there were dolls made later on, but I never got into that realm. When I'm talking the real McCoy, I'm talking the 1960 version of Thumbelina when she first came out. Her big debut was in the 60s, early 60s there. So, but anyways, this little girl here, she's also 1962, right at the same time when Thumbelina was coming out, Baby Deer and Baby Kitten. Now, I refer her more towards Baby Kitten because of her size. So I'll take her down. John, come here for a second. I do need you. I didn't think I would, but for this I do. And she's sitting here with her dog named Ralph, and he's my new little addition, and he adds some character to the picture. So I'm going to give this over to John, and I'll show you. We'll sit them side by side for just a second here, and you'll see the likenesses between the two. You know, the competition that comes out, these two girls. Now, I know their facial differences are there, but you can see the size, the look that they were trying to portray. Competition all the way. This here is Kitten by the Madame Alexander company. I think that's who made her, was Kitten. And, yeah, and this one here, like I said, it was Plated Novice. But again, you're looking at price differences as well. Pretty close to the same face, not quite. There are differences, of course. You know, these dolls all have differences. These companies made their own doll up to compete. But somebody asked me, how does your doll stay sitting up? Well, I'm going to show you what I do to my dolls. When I buy a doll, the doll becomes mine. And now I'm going to do what I want with my doll. And not everybody wants to do this, but I do. I buy these things called armatures. And I opened up her arms, and so her arms can be posed. And same with her. Hers is too short, so it doesn't work as well. But I can make her arm go any which way I want it to. And then you get this expression where they can hug something. And that's what I'm looking for in my dolls. When I have, now her arm is sitting up, she can go higher if I want her to. Her armature is just not long enough. I put the one in short armature in here because that's all I had at the time. But you have to go by the length. This one would be a lot better for her if I had this one in her. Maybe even a little bit longer, by the way. These are buildable. They're called buildable armatures. Now this one comes like this. But if I was to buy a second one, I could take pieces off and snap them in. And just to show you, this is for a large, I think this is for her armature in here. I can make it bigger. There's the pieces for a larger armature. And they just all come together and you can snap them all in. They're hard to snap in, but they do go into each other. And I think I could extend hers if I was to open her up. So just to show you about competition dolls, companies were always on the move trying to make them, you know, to compete and make money. And they very well did, even with this little girl. Though she probably didn't cost as much, she's just as beautiful. I think she's just as beautiful. I just love her look. And I dressed her up yesterday. I took her out of her winter outfit. I'm slowly making my rounds to my dolls and getting them into their summer attire, spring summer I call it. She'll be in this till winter time comes again. But the little dog just adds a dimension to it that I was looking for. So Ralph does a good job with this doll here. I think it just looks wonderful. But anyway, she's all dressed up for the summer now. She's got her nice little bonnet on, and I think she looks just adorable with Ralph there. And Ralph looks adorable too. So another thing is Anna Colleen Edders was asking me about this doll here, what her markings were. I got underneath the light last night, and with a magnifier, and really looked at her, what she was saying. And her this is what it says, PRT. I don't know what that stands for, but that's what her letters on the back of her neck say, PRT. Now I had another doll in there that the markings didn't show up on the back of the neck, but it was on her leg, and it said Plated Mold, and I don't know what that means either. So I knew she was marked. It just wasn't on the back of her neck, but it did say on her leg, right on the back, right in here, it said Plated Mold. So what that means, I don't know. I just know she had a name to her. But anyways, I thought I'd show you this little gal. As I go through my dolls and I find dolls that I haven't talked about, I'm going to bring them out and we'll talk about them a little bit. But she's an unknown one to me. I may never know her whole history of who made her, really, about Plated Novice. I'm not sure. But anyways, I hope you enjoy her. I think she looks sweet sitting there. And I'm going to be taking some pictures of her. So have a great day, Sunday, and a great week coming up. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us.